Hello and welcome to Reddit Tell All. Just before we get on with the story, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you who has subscribed. We have now reached the 1,000 subscriber milestone and I am very thankful for each of you. So anyway, with that out the way, let's just get straight on with the story. My mum cheated on my dad and I get why. So back when I was a teen, it was discovered that my mum was carrying on an affair with another man. My dad ended up forgiving my mum and moving forward together. I held resentment for my mum for a real long time because how dare she do that to my dad? Hindsight is 2020 though. Well, now as I am an adult, pushing 30, I can see their relationship for what it is. My dad is a great dad, absolutely wonderful. Although I can see the misogyny from how he was raised at that period of time. As a husband/partner, I can see how lousy he is. My mum is basically his mum too. She does all the cleaning in their house. He can't be bothered to even wash a dish or clean up after himself. My mum does it all. The mental load, she takes it all. Keeping track of groceries they need for the next shopping trip. She's in charge of paying all the bills and cooking the meals. Oh, and she still has to work her regular job full time, 45 plus hours a week. My dad's health isn't the greatest. So my mum has also become his nurse when he is ill, managing the myriad of his medication and general health. Also, she cares for my grandma as she is sick too, with a couple of diseases. So on top of everything she does, she manages grandma's health too. All without thank you or you're appreciated. This past Christmas, put everything into perspective. My mum coordinated with my siblings to all go in on a super expensive gift for him on Christmas. An item he really wants. The effort he put into her gift, zero. He got her absolutely nothing. I spoke to him privately prior to gift exchange about what he got my mum, claiming, well, I buy her nice anniversary and birthday gifts. Isn't that enough? I see the disappointment my mum feels on her face and it hurts me. She doesn't get just because flowers from him. It's like he sees her as just a person to take care of him and home. This has been their whole entire relationship. Not just after the affair, but prior to it too. So although I absolutely do not condone cheating, I can understand why she did what she did back then. I get sad thinking of my mum and how she takes care of everyone, but the person who is supposed to take care of her doesn't do that. I catch myself thinking occasionally they should really just get divorced. I have learned over the years to really cherish my mum. So even if he doesn't spoil her, I do. Take her on mini weekend trips, we go to out of town concerts together. I try to buy her small, just thinking of you gifts so she can feel appreciated and loved. Update/edit, I guess. So I didn't expect this to blow up, but I guess it was posted to TikTok and it did its thing. So I don't know if this is really an update, but I just want to clarify things. This affair was a one-time affair that happened over 15 years ago. Dad forgave mum. My parents moved on from this issue together. So all of you can move on from it too. In general, they are doing okay and love each other dearly. I understand my post made it seem like I favour my mum. In reality, I love both equally. Although I may favour my dad just a smidge because I am a daddy's girl. But just because I am a daddy's girl, it doesn't mean that I can't call him out, that he doesn't equally pull his weight in terms of housework, load distribution, and emotional weight. It is unfair that my mum has to manage everything. In no way was I condoning infidelity. Just that things are not so black and white as Reddit tends to think. Cheating is not okay, yet sometimes there are nuances to it. Just that it starts with a person being unappreciated and unloved and turns into just a mother rather than a wife. That they seek those pretty words somewhere else and it can spiral into something you never meant it to be. I was just observing and reflecting that their relationship isn't something that I want for myself. I don't want a partner that I have to be their mother because they refuse to do their share in the relationship. How can you maintain attraction and chemistry with a partner you have to baby? And on the other hand, betraying a partner is something I could never do. I've seen it with my own eyes and refuse to take part in that. So in short, Reddit, learn from my parents' mistakes. Please take care of your significant others and treat each other as partners and equals and not as house cleaners and caretakers. And don't cheat on them either, because that hardly ever ends well and just causes severe pain on the other person. So I think OP brought up some really good points in her update. One, it is never okay to cheat. I 100% am against cheating. I'm sure most people are. But it really does cause so much problems for the relationship and also long term, whether you stay with them or not. Why be in a relationship if you're not satisfied and you are looking elsewhere? I know not everything is black and white. You have commitments, children, you want to do the best for them and stuff, but don't stay with someone if you are just going out there and cheating, especially when you don't have children, marriage, etc. The other point that she brought up, which I thought was really good, I think it happens a lot. The women automatically become the housekeepers. In short, I think it's in our DNA that we just automatically want to look after the house. And I think it's kind of still expected, even though as a society we've grown so much and gender roles aren't really black and white. I think if the man is working and the woman is at home, I think her job is to look after the home, because the man is going out making the money, and vice versa. If the woman is the one making the money, the man should look after the house. Doesn't matter who is staying at home and who is making the money and going to work. I think that is expected, and I don't think that's misogyny if that is the case. But when both people are working, whether one is making more money than the other, if you are both working full time, the same amount of hours, you should still both do the chores around the house 50-50. And the other thing that OP mentions is how she buys little gifts for her mum and stuff. I think it's so underappreciated, the importance of buying little gifts, how it makes you feel, whether it's the man or the woman. It's coming home with some flowers, a chocolate bar, just something to say, you was on my mind, I thought of you, so I got you this. In my opinion, it doesn't matter what it is. It could literally be a $1 chocolate bar. It could be a $20 bunch of flowers from the gas station. It literally doesn't matter what it is. It's the thought. And it's not even really the gift itself. It's kind of just the, I was thinking of you, so I got you this. It really, to women especially, it really does go a long way. It sounds cheesy and corny, and even I say, oh, I don't even care, but it's still nice when something like that happens. I know that my husband doesn't really like gifts. He's super hard to buy for Christmas, like most men. He doesn't really like the little gifts that are just bought for the sake of being bought. So I know it is a bit different with men. They won't appreciate us buying them flowers, but they might appreciate if they have a hobby. I think one of the best gifts that I got my husband, he started playing golf, and I got these initials personalized on these golf balls, and he really loves them. He never uses them because he doesn't want to lose them, and I keep saying I can always buy you more, it's fine. But something like that. They weren't a super expensive gift. They weren't top of the line golf balls, but something like that he really appreciated. But anyway, once again, I just want to say thank you to each and every single one of you that views my videos. I really appreciate it. I started my channel a few months ago, and we've now reached the 1,000 mark subscriber count, and this was a massive milestone that I wanted to achieve by Christmas/New Year's, and I reached the 1,000 mark just before New Year's. So I just wanted to say again, thank you to each and every one of you. I appreciate you all more than you can imagine. Leave a comment below if you can relate to OP's story in any way, and hopefully you'll come back and join me in the next video.